And now it's time for the ultimate action. See, if you listen to this, you get charged up, you get a little bit passionate, you get excited, you start talking about this, but you don't do anything. Soul purpose continues to be buried within you, and those ideas that never come out to the world, you're going to have that conversation, that day of reckoning on your deathbed where they say, "You sucker! I have to die with you. I have to be buried. People could still be enjoying this and living this, and your legacy would be well and alive." I mean, there's people that are dead hundreds of years ago that we benefit from their soul purpose every single day. It allows us to have a better platform where we exchange with other people. I mean, think about it. The inventor of baseball, the inventor of football, the inventor of basketball have been far more profound than any star athlete because it created a platform for other people to express something that they were passionate about and they had ability. And they may not be as well known. Soul purpose isn't about being famous. It's not about being well known necessarily. It's about creating a legacy. It's about your fulfillment. It's about your destiny. And so, if you're not excited yet for the stairway, this is how you take action on it. This is specific. This is details. These are things that you could do and hit the ground running within the next 24 hours and see a drastic improvement in your life. I'm excited about it. I don't know if you can tell. But by the way, I'm even going to keep this probably close to an hour, which is even exciting. I like to over-deliver rather than to set an expectation I'll be done in 30 minutes and go 60 minutes. I said I'm going to go an hour and a half and go probably more like an hour. Huh? Good news. Good news. It means more time for the action. You had a half hour that you now carved out that you're ready to go do something with, okay? Awareness. We've talked about that. If you could only make one improvement, just one improvement that would make a big difference in your life, based upon the knowledge, based upon what we've talked about so far, what would that one improvement be? Would it be doing a power hour? Would it be creating an accountability with an accountability partner? What would it be? Would it be a change in how much water you drink, more sleep? I mean, just one change. Small iterations make for big results. It doesn't have to be big now. It's just a step in the right direction so you're going the right way. Number 5, relationships. Is there one relationship or situation in your life that drains your energy that if you immediately addressed or corrected or eliminated would help your life? I mean, if you just cut that relationship off because they don't share the same values and you didn't want to spend more time with them, or if you go and repair a relationship because you've harmed them, or you have a conversation about something that's just been swept under the rug so you can have a more powerful relationship. See, all debt comes from bad relationships. Think about that for a minute. Relationship, even if it's with the bank, there's no such thing as institutions. There's people that make up an institution. There's no such thing as government. There's people that make up a government. It's always people we're dealing with. So every debt comes to a relationship we have with ourselves or a relationship we have with someone else. So can you address one of those relationships? Just one. It's profound what can happen in your life if you just have the courage to do that. Crossover. What one thing, this is number 4, what one thing that you enjoy personally could also benefit you professionally? Is there something that you enjoy doing that you could integrate into your professional life? Camping. I talked about that story at the Wake and Spirit Retreat. That was a perfect example. What's your example? Value creation. If you could only do one thing to earn an income, what would that be? Think of it this way. You're on a boat, and you've got all these things weighing down the boat. It's called, I'm pretty good at this, and I make an income on that. I'm pretty good at that. I make an income on that, because if you're a serial entrepreneur, this is kind of what happens. And I'm saying, hey, you got a leak in the boat. And I'm just a voice. I've got like a megaphone. I'm talking down to you. I'm in a helicopter. I'm like, sorry, we're full here. You can make it back to shore, but you're going to have to throw out a couple things here. You have to throw out the least important things to get to the one important. You can only keep one thing. So if you can only keep one thing that you do that earns an income, what would that one thing be? And identify that and just add 5% more time to that over the next week to see what happens. 5% more time. 5%. Not revolutionary, but just 5% more time. 5% more reach with that one thing that provides the most income. Now, implementation. What one thing could you do right now, immediately, to cultivate your soul purpose? We went through the optimizer, which is many things. I'm not asking you to do all those things. Pick one thing. What one thing that you could do, and we could hold you accountable to and that you could see results and that I don't care if it's the easiest thing or the hardest thing, what one thing could you do that would build that momentum that you could commit to right now? And what I mean by commitment, if you ever heard me talk, you've heard me talk about this, it's not interest. It's not like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that, because life will happen, and move that out of the way. Just try this with any important person in your life. Say that you're 80% committed to their relationship and see if they look at you funny, slap you, or call you an idiot, right? You're either 100% in or you're not. So are you committed to one thing that would improve your life that you could integrate to cultivate your soul purpose? See, the thing is, we went 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the number one thing right there at the bullseye is your soul purpose. It's there. It's waiting. The world's waiting for it. See, if you have a money problem and that's your reason or excuse, money can either be the greatest asset or the greatest obstacle to soul purpose. It's an asset if you understand it, and it's a byproduct of you living your soul purpose. It's an obstacle if you say, I'm going to push my soul purpose aside, go for the money, then I can live my soul purpose later. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. That doesn't provide happiness and fulfillment. It violates the principles and the laws that we talked about on this video cast. So here's the thing, soul purpose. It's there. Do you recognize it? Do you know how great you are? Do you know the contribution you bring to the world? If you're saying things like, oh, if I just had the money, then this problem would go away. It's not a money problem. It's an alignment of soul purpose problem. It's not engaging enough people in their soul purpose. The solutions are all within us. Whatever war, whatever frustration, whatever poverty, whatever economic crisis, we have the people and the resources to solve it because of the soul purpose within ourselves. That's the magnitude. And if you just step up, it makes a world of difference that you may not even know the true impact and the reach of your soul purpose. But it makes your life better, and as a byproduct, it makes the world a better place. And if you agree that there's some chaos, there's some frustration, there's some big problems, well, the big solution is soul purpose. It's not new financial instruments. It's not new financial investments. It's not more money. Money can't hold the weight of the world on its shoulders. Soul purpose. Soul purpose. It is the divine within you. And there's a divinity to diversity, that there is soul purpose out there, and we have to exchange with one another. A recession is most damaging. A depression is more damaging because people stop communicating. They stop looking to create value. They stop living their soul purpose. But the people that do lead us out. The people that do make the most money. The people that do don't have fear and frustration and failure. They have peace, they have prosperity and productivity. I'm calling you out on it. Are you ready to get there? Are you willing to take one step towards that? Because what you have is beautiful. It's perfect, but don't bury it. Don't let someone else's opinion, don't let someone else's projected fear, don't let some past failure that you've had eliminate or prevent you from living it. Because you've got greatness within. It takes some courage. And any entrepreneur can tell you, it takes just as much ignorance and fear as it does ambition and abundance to accomplish anything worthwhile. You're worthwhile. Recognize it. You've got a tool in your hand. You've got something to work with. You've got something to move forward and help be a guide. Invite the right people into your life to do the same. Commit and go. This is Garrett Gunderson sharing a part of my soul purpose. This has been the Hour of Power. And look, thanks for letting me share it with you. I congratulate you on the action that you take. I respect you for the attention that you paid. And I acknowledge you for the soul purpose within.